shrimp shumai, and then half of them have chili aioli. Okay?
Shrimp what?
Steamed shrimp shumai.
Have you ever played rugby?
What is up, YouTube? I'm in a bit of a peachy mood today. I don't know why. I'm just feeling good. It's summer outside. It's beautiful, even though it's the night when I'm recording this. But we're gonna react to a video by a person that I haven't reacted to before. Again, but someone that I do watch regularly. We have KAIJU Guy. KAIJU Guy. In his video, every monster in the Monsterverse. I almost have my doubts that he was able to get every single one in here. So, let's see if he went and actually got all of them in here. Let's get this shit started, boys.
The Monsterverse, Legendary Studios' golden egg. Over the past 11 years, the Monsterverse has been going strong. From their first project, Godzilla Awakening, up to today, where we have... Oh god, how much? Alright, well, we have a Godzilla tabletop game, a Kong D&D style game, a Kong comic series, a Legacy of Monsters comic trio and Season 2, Godzilla and Kong vs. the Justice League Part 2, a possible anime, Skull Island Season 2, which is maybe still in the works, and of course Godzilla x Kong Supernova. Hey, script edit here. As I'm writing this script, you literally can't make this up. They also announced a 4D ride in South Korea. So, yeah. With the success the franchise has had, it only makes sense that they have made more than just films. And good lord, they have. From films, shows, anime,
this
video
bitch
games, tabletop games,
expansive.
card games, comics, amusement park rides, VR games, and now even an ARG when you call the hotline. They have done just about everything. And in doing so, even an ARG when you call the hotline, they have done just about everything. And in doing so, they have made many
super itchy for no reason.
Many custom creatures throughout. Now, it was over 2 years ago now that I made a video talking about every kaiju within the Monsterverse. Even when making that video, there was talks of some more products. And now, a few years later, there are many more within. So it's time to remake that video. There will be no fancy intro because, truthfully, I am writing this at 2:17 a.m. So please, I beg of you, subscribe. As I can only imagine how long this will take and how many photos I will need to download. So without further ado, I'm your host, KAIJU Guy, and today we're looking at every kaiju in the Monsterverse. Now, before we start, I use the term kaiju quite sparingly here. By this, I mean every custom animal and titan within the verse. Also, I want to give a huge shout out to Wikizilla.
Yeah,
as this video
they probably
wouldn't be possible without the hard work that's been put into that wiki. So please make sure to check out a couple of their videos to help make sure the website stays up, as Google domains do cost quite a bit. And also, thank you to today's sponsor, Titanic Creations. But
I want to get figures from here, but
I'm obvious one out of the way.
Poor.
Godzilla, the king of the monsters, appearing in almost every single film and comic within the verse. And yet, Monsterverse Godzilla stands, and since the verse doesn't have enough of him, I don't think I need to say much more than that. Moving on. Next up, we have the male and female Muto. We first see their destruction after one of them.
Are we going in order, or what's happening?
Implying that there was
Why is my armpit killing me?
They're the antagonists of this film, fighting Godzilla using EMPs. One of them flies, and one of them eats bombs. Boom, bam, moving on. There are a few random beasts that appear in the posters throughout the film, and one of them eats bombs. Boom, bam, moving on. There are a few random beasts that appear in the posters throughout the film, and in the opening credits, but I am not giving lore on all of them, so let's speedrun. We have Kanaira, Habura, Misupeshu, Jesconius, and Cetus. And finally, from this film we have the skeleton, Dagon. At first, this Titan's remains were named Adam, but later in the verse were changed to Dagon, a relative of Godzilla. Not his dad, not his son, a relative. Anyways, we have probably over 100 left to go, so let's get into it. Next up is Skull Island, and good lord, we already have a big jump. Firstly, of course, Kong, big monkey. Nothing much to explain there. He's a big ape. On to the next. After
I need
Kong,
to hide this
possibly
arm.
the most recognizable kaiju that has come out of the Monsterverse, the Skull Crawlers. In this film, we see two versions, the normal Skull Crawlers and the big one, the Skull Devil. Giant snakes, if you will. Next, after them,
the
we
smooth
have
heads and the broad heads.
Legs. Giant spiders made of bamboo, who had possibly the scariest scene in the Monsterverse, besides the bird on the bridge, of course. Of the Spore Mantis,
Shit, bro, that was scary.
Kong's parents, and a giant Triceratops skull. And of course, my beloved Skier Buffalo. We also have cave paintings that are teased to other kaiju that we'll cover in a little bit. On to the next film.
To get started in data analytics.
Now on to Godzilla, King of the Monsters. In
The
this
best
film, we once
movie.
again have a big jump in Titans. In this film, we finally get to see the queen of the monsters, Mothra. She has quite a big role in this film, and ends up giving her life to help Godzilla beat the antagonist,
Like
King
she
Ghidorah.
always does.
That's right. The devil with 3 heads has finally made its return. But we must move on. Onto Ghidorah's easiest
You
fight
know
in the
how
universe,
hyped
and one of the most
Ghidorah
overhyped
was when he
titans
first
within,
came out in the
Rodan, the
Monsterverse.
fire demon. Conclusion, Lava Chicken. After him, we have a few cool kaiju
Fuck
appearances,
off.
like Scylla, Methuselah, Behemoth,
Lava
Methuselah,
Chicken.
the Queen Muto. Oh, and did I say Methuselah? Look, I really like him. All right, Legendary, please bring him back. We also see computer screens
because he's
talking
been
about a bunch
sued.
of random nobody titans, like Baphomet,
Nobody.
Binyup, Leviathan, Mokele Membe, Quetzalcoatl, Sekhmet, Typhon, and Yamato no Orochi. Who
Yeah, but
appear
the thing
randomly throughout
is,
the world. Also,
Baphomet
off
has
topic,
a
I made this
design.
promise a while ago. If we ever hit 1 million subscribers, I will visit every single spot where these titans emerge in the Monsterverse. So if you want to see me travel random places like, let's start with Outpost 75, Mokele Membe, which is in Jebel Barkal, Sudan. Hey, I'm a man of my word. So,
No Sudan is currently considered unsafe for travel due to online armed conflicts. Several countries, including Canada, Australia, and United Kingdom, advise against all travel to Sudan. Yikes!
oh.
Ah!
Hey, I'm a man of my word.
Take that
So
L,
if you want to
Goji
see me
Center.
travel there,
Goji
then
Center.
subscribe.
Fuck. Goji
Along with
Guy.
all of
I'm
them-
losing my mind.
Oh, wait, Mothra Larva.
Godzilla
Too.
guy.
Forgot that. Mothra Larva.
Yeah,
Along
everyone
with them,
forgot about
let's have some
Mothra
random
Larva.
big spiders, and this weird kaiju on screen behind this guy. We have... Oh, buddy. I miss you. We have what looks to be Anguirus. Rest in peace, buddy. And then, yeah, I already struggled with the random names earlier. All right, Ed and me, just slap all the names on screen. You guys enjoy. Slap all the names on screen. You guys enjoy.
Well, we gotta go through playback speed as slow as possible. Pazuzu, 4 Beasts of Daniel. Fucking hell. Hydrachos, Anzu, Hydra, Eastern Dragons, Western Dragons, Sea Monsters, Hans, Agede, Sea Serpent, Kraken, Anzi, Dahaka, Minakawa Bird, Tse, Ninahali. I'm so butchering these names. Yi Itso, Shana, Al-Kahi, Dilgid, Nupurikor Kamui, Scorpion Men, Thunderbird, Humbaba, 6-eyed triple-headed demon, that's just Ghidorah, Zeme, Mimlos Whale, Zekot Kovac, Zots Balham, Tung Tung Sound, Tukum Bala, Huracan, Sipakli, Pegasus, Goji Guy, Christ.
Pegasus. Plays, let it rip.
Get the fuck out of here!
In epic battle. Next up is Godzilla vs. Kong. In this
I
film,
never grew up
thankfully,
with
we dive
Beyblade,
back
by
on
the
the
way.
kaiju amounts. Firstly, and most notably, Mechagodzilla. Godzilla's
My goat!
greatest foe throughout the films. Yeah, I said it. Sorry, Ghidorah is very
What?
close. Godzilla's greatest foe throughout the films. Yeah, I said it. Sorry, Ghidorah is very
Mechagodzilla's
close.
the goat.
But when you're literally wearing Godzilla's skin, that's next level hating. Anyways, let me know what you all think, of course. We're also
Or
introduced to a
glazing.
new Skullcrawler, that being number 10. A
Numero
giant version
10.
of the already monstrous Skullcrawler. We also see Skullcrawler eggs. Later into the film,
little fucks.
we are introduced to the elytra version of the Skullcrawler, the Warbats. These buggers pack a huge amount of venom and shoot out smoke when they fly. We're also introduced to the Rock Claw, a giant rock crab. Oh boy, the live chat's gonna go nuts, huh? And of course, we have the guy who eats these.
Yeah! Exactly.
A weird Godzilla-like dog, if you will. We also meet the Hellhawks and see a giant skeleton of an ancient titan.
Dogzilla.
And thankfully, that's it for this one. I'm sure GXK will only have a few, right? Right? Godzilla x Kong: The New
Lord.
Empire. The most recent
Each
and over-the-top film by
individual
far. In this
monkey.
film, we meet a lot of new kaiju. So let's take a look. Firstly, Monkey Madness. In this film, we meet an uncountable amount of great apes. Let's call you Harry and you Chuck. All right, boom. We also meet Tsuko, this stupid little red ape that gets used like a hammer. Along with him, we meet his angry feral father, the Scar King. Oh, and to all
Most
12
horror.
of you One-Eye fans, here's a single frame of him on video. Enjoy. All right, next is the Ice Titan herself, the Ghidorah and
I'm-
Destroya Slammer, Shimo, the ice puppy. To summarize,
This
Popsicle
guy's,
Dog. We also meet Tia. Whoa! Wait. Yes, she does appear in this film, but we'll save that Titan's introduction for when we cover her comic. We meet the less cool version of the Titan that will not be named, the Drowned Viper.
Less
Introduced
cool.
to the Verticines.
They're awesome.
These cool
Both of them
flying
are
lightning
awesome.
birds. We also meet the Wart Dog, Parrot Frog, the Hollow Earth Mosquito, Tree Mimic, the Hollow Earth Grubs, the Hollow Earth Dragonfly. Also, whoever renamed it to Fly Guy on the wiki, I like you. You're cool. Stay safe. We see a giant kaiju skeleton. Along with all that, the novelization of this film also introduced the giraffe, a big, thing. I posted a YouTube short on it a long time ago, so just go watch that. Since we're talking about novel kaiju, Godzilla King of the Monsters also introduced Majigra, a weird Titan Godzilla kills in the novel. All right, and done with the films. And if you're watching this after Super Deva came out, and you're about to comment how I miss whoever the villain is, honestly, you do you. Interaction with a video 2 years old will be pretty crazy at that point.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, on to the shows. Next up is Skull Island, the anime. The
Underrated as fuck.
I know. I just wanted to get that
What'd you say?
Skull Island, the anime. The better of the two Monsterverse shows. I know. I just wanted to get that out there. Anyways,
Yeah,
this show has a lot.
I can't
so let's get
disagree.
into it. We also meet the Flash Skulls, Dog, Trapdoor Crab,
Dog!
Rock Bugs, the Aloe Turtle, the Croc Monster, the Grass Hedgehog, the Dodo Bird, the Vine Snake, Giant Ants, the Venus Flytraps, Dog's Dad, some Skull Island Fish, the Night Boys, the Giant Scorpions, Giant Centipedes, the Kraken, the Killer Chameleons, and the
Kraken's
Ghost,
so
the Giant
underrated.
Hawk.
Nah, bro, the Kraken's
that?
Next
As
up
I was
is
saying,
Legacy
no,
of
the
Monster.
Kraken's the
In this
goat.
show, we see Bigfoot, the Axis Mundi Butterfly, the Bramble Boar, the Endopede and the Endoswarm, the Mantle Claw, the Ion Dragon, and the greatest Monsterverse kaiju of all time, Edward, aka the Frostvark.
Frostvark
and now
is pretty
onto
cool.
the comics.
I liked him
Starting
when he
with
didn't
Godzilla
have
Awakening.
eyes.
This comic is the first piece of media the Monsterverse released.
Yeah.
So let's see what it contains. The first and most notable Titan is
Shinomura.
the kaiju Shin Godzilla wishes he was. This kaiju
Yeah.
is a forever changing beast, and in my opinion, the most unkillable in the verse. As if even a single cell is left over, then he'll be back.
Death's
Onto the
type
randoms,
shit.
and I'm just gonna read their names as presented on the wiki. We have the giant black gorilla-like ape, the carnivorous plant, the giant shrimp, gigantic creatures with red eyes and elephant-like trunk, giant flying reptile skeleton, and the brain-like creature, and finally bipedal creature.
I think he's doing too
So
much,
peak.
chat.
Moving on. We've got Godzilla Aftershock. This comic takes place right after G14, where we're introduced to the Muto Prime, a giant version of the normal female Muto, who is able to break apart the Earth, and that's about it for this comic. Moving on. Next up is Godzilla Dominion.
That's not
the
wrong.
best Monsterverse comic, tied with Kingdom Kong in my opinion. In this comic, we're introduced to some of the most known comic kaiju in the verse, such as Tiamat, the giant sea serpent of the universe. Think Manda, but cooler. In this comic, we also meet Nikika,
Also
a giant octopus.
debatable,
we
but
meet the
yeah.
coolest tree titan, Amuluk. We meet the murderfish, along with the murderfish.
Amuluk
janitor.
is
We see what seems to be some giant lemurs,
underrated.
a whole bunch of dead kaiju, and the greatest ape to ever live. The only Kong to have ever beaten Godzilla one-on-one, the rival, an ancient Kong of the past. Next up is Godzilla Ad Read. I swear, this is a real comic. Today's video is brought to you by Titanic Creations.
There we go.
Today I'm happy to show off Titanic Creations' Jan Gary and
Oh,
Pulgasari figures.
I get the joke.
Goji Guy, didn't you already show off the Pulgasari? Yes, I did. But they sent me too. Titanic Creations is the place to go. No, really.
I wanted
Here's
to
just
get
being
one of
my
these
top
figures.
10 figures. And right there, number 6, Young Gary. And I don't say that lightly. Titanic Creations is the place to shop. They have some of the most unique kaiju merchandise out there. And today I'm here to show off these two figures. Now, since most people nowadays have an attention span shorter than the Scudder Claw, I'll keep it quick. Let's double review. Both these come in possibly the most unique boxes I've ever seen for a figure. You've got amazing art on the back by Matt Frank, and can see through the box all the way.
Shit, Matt Frank
Inside
the
of
goat.
boxes, we have the figures, which are designed by the legendary kaiju modeler Dopo, who's actually made a thumbnail on this channel in the past. That being Nezuburdan vs. King Ghidorah. I had to sell a kidney to afford it, by the way. The figures themselves are super well articulated and have a phenomenal paint job. They have a wide range of mobility, so you can get them in all sort of epic or freaky poses.
What?
And unlike a certain brand, they come with a lot of accessories. Buildings, bridges, temples, planes, and even more.
That's supposed to
found
be a
within.
shot at
If you're interested in
SHMA
picking
or
up either of
Haya?
these, go to TitanicCreations.com or check out the first link in the description below. And also, good news, while editing this, Titanic Creations wanted me to let you guys know that you can use promo code GOJIGUY at checkout to save $10 on the entire order. Thank you, Titanic, so much for sponsoring
I'm
this video.
poor,
And
but if I
let's
wasn't,
move on.
it'd be tempting.
Next, we have Kingdom Kong. In this comic, we're introduced to the Rodan and Monster X defeater, Camazotz,
Also,
the Bat
just
Titan.
not
We also
true.
meet the Death Jacket,
Rodan, yes.
Psycho Vultures,
Monster X, no.
Camazotz minions, and a feline that we'll cover in a sec. After Kingdom Kong, we have Kong and Me, a kid's book. And to any watchful viewers, you may have noticed that I didn't mention the Spirit Tiger in Kingdom Kong. Well, that's because the Spirit Tiger appeared in Kong and Me first, beating out Kingdom Kong by just a few days. We also meet the Fern Bird, the strongest kaiju of all time. Next up is Skull Island, Birth of Kong. In this comic series, we meet a few new faces,
shit this guy
such as the
says
Magma
is
Turtle,
confusing.
Siren Jaw, the Swamp Locust, and the Queen Mother Longlegs, who's just a larger version of the normal. Next is Fight or Flight. This comic doesn't have anything new. Next is Godzilla x Kong the Hunted. In this comic, you're introduced to a few new cool things, so let's get
Is he
into
gonna
it.
say the
Firstly,
Shimada?
the Spine Prowler, a giant cat. And from this comic, we also get one other new thing, that being the Titan Hunter, a
Yup.
Jaeger-like mech. While it stinks and gets torn to bits, it's always still cool to see new mechs. Next is Monsterverse Declassified and the 4 comics within. Starting with
Abaddon.
Abaddon's. I'll cover her more when we bring up the game later, but Abaddon is like Scylla, but worse. Along with her, we meet her offspring, which is literally every spider ever. Man, Australia. She must have been there for a while. Along with that, we meet
Damn!
this odd starfish-like titan that excretes evolution goo.
Is
and
that-
that's it for this comic. Moving on.
Why is
Next up are
the
some of the upcoming
activate
comics.
Windows thing
So I
doing
can
what
only
it
really
is?
use the
Oh.
images we have so far. Starting with Return to Skull Island. We see this new odd crab mushroom kaiju. We also see some new smaller kaiju.
I don't know what
such as
half
the
of these
four-armed
things are.
bear, a giant
That's
black
cool.
centipede, and we
Also
see 3
cool.
dragons. A green one, a blue one, and a tiny pinkish one. Next up is the Legacy of
Pink
Monsters
dragon,
comics.
the goat.
Yes. All 12 of you Legacy of Monster fans can rejoice. But yeah, at least when it comes to kaiju, it adds nothing new. Next up is a Godzilla Justice League thing. Yeah.
Thingy
look,
thing.
I'm not going to cover every kaiju from DC, but rather the new Monsterverse kaiju that are shown off in the series. And to my knowledge, the only new thing is the Skull Island Rhino.
Lilo and Stitch is a global phenomenon.
Stitch.
Stitch.
Please subscribe.
Ads, bro.
And
Yeah,
now finally,
I agree.
games. After this, we're more or less done. Luckily, a lot of these added nothing. So, Godzilla Smash 3, Godzilla Strike Zone, Godzilla Crisis Defense, and Kong VR Destination Skull Island. And now into the first game that actually gave us a new kaiju, Kong Survival Instinct. In this game, we're introduced to
Abaddon
quite a
and
few
Lahamu.
kaiju. The most prominent being Lehamu, Tiamat's daughter. Oh, right, the spider. Abaddon. Along with Abaddon, we also have her minions, the Plague Weavers. We have the Skull Spawn, which are just baby skull crawlers, and that's really it for this game. Now, Titan Chasers. God help us. I'm not even going to give an in-depth
Right.
review on any of these, so let's just speedrun. We've got the Alpha Skull Crawler, Corrupt Skull Crawlers, the Skull Ant, the Sporefly, the Sporefly Soldier, the Sporefly Queen, the Corrupted Death Jackal, the Young Amateur Siren Jaw, the Volt Panther, the Coral Mouth, the Magma Jackal,
This
the
is
Alpha
why I
Psycho
don't play
Vulture,
this game.
and the Scarlet Head Warbat. Next up is Skull Island Cinematic Adventure. Really, the only notable creatures that appear in this experience are the many Snare Hunter types, those being Builders, Valkyries, Guardians, Foragers, and the Queen. All right, only one left to go. How bad could it be? Oh, no, please, no. Lastly is Skull Island Isle of the Damned, an upcoming Kong game. This game, from
Okay.
what I know, has the game itself and then the Creature Codex. So, let's start with that. The Creature Codex shows off many new Skull Island creatures, such as the Crystal Fang Serpents, the Slither Flower, Meteor Bugs, Marionette Vine, Nest Raiders, Lake Razor, Mega...
Why'd that one look AI?
The Slither Flower, Meteor Bugs, Marionette Vine, Nest Raiders...
That looks AI. No offense. If it isn't, I feel bad, but it's not ensuing confidence. In all honesty, I was not as big of a Monsterverse fan as I thought I was. What is half of this shit? Sorry. What is that?
Raiders, Lake Razor, Mega Maw Mud Skipper, the Trick Maw, and the Tree of Woe. But onto the game itself.
Tree of
and at least to
Woe.
my knowledge, a lot of these guys don't even have pictures yet. So in the meantime, enjoy the B-roll of a hyperlapse of me at G-Fest. The Alluring Bulb, the Amberpede, the Azure Sky Shark, the Blood Spike Impaler, Bone Rat, Crow of Thorns, Fernwing Bat, Giant Thunder Beetle, Hedge Maze, Ivy Dragon, Killroll Reef Colony, Moss Constrictor, Quillian, Rampart Turtle, Roker, Singing Blades, Tanny Stalkers, Tree Snapper, Triconicorn, and the Vampire Slug. Hey guys, Editing Goji here. There actually is one kaiju I forgot that I personally discovered while editing this video. That being the Trench Scuttler from the Godzilla vs. Kong Escape Room. I made his own dedicated short, so make sure to go watch that. And boom, every monster
You forgot
in
Space
the
Godzilla.
Monsterverse.
I don't care.
For those who keep your numbers, how many
Joking.
are there? Let's see if you can get it right in the comments. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching.
I was
Thank you to
not
Titanic
keeping
Creations for
track.
sponsoring this video. I want to thank all my channel members. With the monthly support from you guys, I can afford to make ambitious videos like these. So if you want to see videos early, get member-only polls and streams, then consider joining the channel. But if not, it's fine. If you enjoyed this video and want to see content ranging from kaiju, how to train your dragons, dinosaurs, anime, and much more, then consider subscribing. But as always, keep collecting, Goji Guy out. See ya.
Just letting y'all know I'm never putting that much effort into a video. Jesus Christ. Bro searched every single bit of media. That's Bro put in hella work to that video. Go subscribe to Goji Guy, man. That was fun. That was a fun ride, but it was confusing at some points because Jesus, there was a lot of filler kaiju. We'll just call them that. Filler kaiju or Titans. Filler kaiju. But yeah. Thumbnail was sick. Why does Kong have 2 ears? I'm sorry. Am I tweaking? Or does Kong have 2 ears? I think I might just be the silly word. But as to not drag this video out, definitely go check out Goji Guy. I haven't reacted to his videos before, but he's a great content creator. You should definitely show him some love. Because you've most definitely seen me before and not him. That's 100% true. But I will see y'all later. W video. Peace.